It is almost 2025, and basically, we are at the end of the year. And I had the question to myself, and I wanted to ask it of you. What have you done this year for you as self care? And why have you done it? Why have you not done certain things? And I just want to have a conversation about it. So, welcome back to another episode of the You, Me, and Jesus podcast, where we talk about all things you, me, and Jesus. Today, we're having a conversation because we are at the end of the year, and I've been doing a lot of reflection of myself, my behaviors, my thought process, just all these different things I've been doing. And I wanted to, I guess, tell you what I have been thinking and doing, so that I can share it with, so we can like figure that out together or whatever that makes sense. So the title of today's episode is, I think I forgot the title. I know it's about self care. It's called "What Can Self Care Look Like?" There we go. What can self care look like? So okay, when we're gonna go to Google, because we always love to go to Dr. Google, and I want to see what does Google say that self care is. Okay, let's see, what is self care? All right, and we'll see what Google says. This is Google AI. It says self care is the practice of intentionally taking care of your physical, mental, and emotional health. It can include activities that help you manage stress, lower your risk of illness, increase your energy, promote well being, and relax and feel better. Some examples of self care include meditating, spending time in nature, listening to inspirational music, taking a bath, playing games, reading books, going on walks, calling friends or family, joining an online support group, volunteering with a group. Self care can be important because even small acts can have a big impact. It can also help you promote health, prevent disease, maintain health, so on and so on. So then I'm gonna type in what is self care in the Bible and see we can find that. All right. So Google AI says, according to the Bible, self care is essentially the practice of taking care of your physical, mental, and spiritual well being as an act of stewardship towards God, meaning you are reasonable for managing the body He has given you, not just for your own pleasure, but to better serve Him and others. This often includes taking time for rest, prayer, and reflection, while also being mindful of your physical needs like healthy eating and exercise. So they got some bullet points, which is intentional prayer time, spending time alone with God, taking breaks from stress, eating healthy foods, getting enough sleep, and engaging in physical activity. So I love that. Google's amazing. And then about what they say about the Bible is amazing. But when I think about how we typically view self-care like in the world, is self-care a lot of times is going to get a massage, love massages, going to get our nails done, our all these different things, going shopping, going on vacation. um and I think some people view self-care as therapy. I do. Self-care, it means like taking a vacation, getting away from work and things of that nature. And I think that all those are really valid things to do to take care of self, for self-care. And I I had the thought process of, Kenya, is going to get my nails done, is that self-care? And I'm like, no, I think that's maintenance. Because when I'm at the salon, I don't feel relaxed. I feel like I'm like very alert with the person who's doing my nails and how to do this. Got to do, I don't feel like a self-care. When I go shopping, do I feel like I'm taking care of myself? No, I feel like this maintenance. I'm going to get clothes that I like, that fit my body, and things of that nature. If I am on the phone talking with friends, yes, but I also feel like it's just connecting, right? When I look at self care, I look at therapy as a form of self care, because therapy is 100% about me. It's not about the therapist, not about my mom, my dad, my sisters. It is me, where I get to dive into me, share it with someone, and that person help me navigate whatever it is that I have shared with them. Self care looks like um, going to the doctor, right? Like I recently went to my doctor and we had some tests run and she was like, something seems a little off with this. Let's go get some more done. And I said, well, I want to do all these tests. So not just a few that you have here. I want to do all of where's all this stuff? And she said, okay, I can run a full panel. Got it. And when I look at self-care, it looks like, let's find out what's going on with me. What's going well? What's going not so well? Right? So I can have a really good picture of me. And then self-care is going to the appointment with her, which is tomorrow, and her explaining all the different results and what I need to do to get to optimal health. Not normal health, but optimal health, right? And then starting to do those things. Self-care looks like to me where every morning I feed my cats and then I open my fridge and I eat 1 or 2 big forkfuls of sauerkraut first thing in the morning because it's like a probiotic, right? And I don't love sauerkraut, but I'm trying to get a healthy digestive system, right? And me doing that, it looks like, all these vitamins that my doctor asked me to be on, me taking them every single day, self-care. And then it also looks like to me, like on Black Friday, I was having this moment in time where I said, I haven't been on vacation in a whole year. I haven't had any time off this whole year. Now, granted, I went to England for a conference and I've done different work things or whatever, but it's like to just really do nothing. I was like, I haven't done that. And so I started going on websites looking for cruises because I'm like, okay, Galveston is down the street. I can pick up on a cruise and I can just get off for a week or whatever and just go on a cruise. And I am very, very, very close to doing that, probably today, during Christmas, because my family is a whole other conversation. We thought about that before. We're not going to talk about that right now. But for Christmas this year, I'm like, you know what? I think I'm going to take myself on a cruise, right? I'll pray before I make a decision. But I'm like, I think that's what I want to do this year because it's a way for me to get away from life, to get away from responsibilities, work, taking care of my cats, cooking. It's like for however many days, it's a time where I just get to go, y'all go take care of yourself. You know what I mean? And when I look at what does that look like self-care wise, it's like unplugging, right? Because we're constantly on the go, always have to think, always have to do and be and all this stuff. And it's like, I think we all need time to just kind of like do nothing. And when I'm in my therapy sessions, I get to do that. When I'm in with my doctor, I get to do that. If I go on this cruise, I get to do that. And it's like, if I choose to sleep the entire cruise and only come out to eat, that's my business. You know what I mean? And I think I'm really looking forward to that possibility, And I just think that what does that look like with us with serving God? Self-care looks like I'm not always at church. It's like I'm not always there. Church is a great place to be, but I'm not always at church. I can always be serving God, serving people, but I'm not always all of my days at church. So you guys heard me talk about this before, but there's the church I've been going to here, amazing church. I'm learning a lot, growing a lot. And they had a program, it's like a 12-week program to learn how to walk in the apostolic, the giftings. Now I am this part of my calling. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to enroll in that. So I went to the interest meeting and they were sharing all the expectations and things of that nature. And I was like, wow, that's a lot. But I was like, God, I'm willing to do it. You just tell me what you want me to do. And when I got home, he said, no. And I was like, oh, why is it? It's not a bad program. It's just not for you. And I was like, well, what do you mean? And he didn't explain, but I feel like he was saying, you're not there yet. Because for me, it's been a long, hard year. I had the big surgery at the end of November, and it's been wild with my hormones, with my brain, just with so much. It's just so much. And I'm finally slowly getting back to normal. Not there yet, And I feel like he was saying, hey, I need you to keep loving on you. Just not right now. The time will come back around and you can do that at another time. But right now is not the time. I really want you to focus on you. And I felt like that was so loving and caring of him to say, not right now, because I wanted here's this opportunity, you know? And it's like self-care looked like continuing to focus on my healing, my business, getting reacclimated into Texas because I just removed back here because God asked me to, excited to be here. And self-care looked like a no to a good opportunity to take care of myself. And I'm like, I'm so glad that I did, because it's just been a journey this year. And it's been a beautiful journey of like just all these things, little things, big things, just these things, you know what I mean? And when I think about self-care for you, it's you identifying, what do you really need? If you look around your house, do you need to sleep more, a little bit longer? Do you need to actually start taking vitamins? Do you need to go see your doctor? Do you need to actually go on vacation? Like actually take the time off and go somewhere or be at home, you know? Do you need to actually go and see a therapist? I think everybody should be in therapy. That's my personal opinion. I think everybody should be in therapy. I truly believe that, because we're living life. And life has amazing things and not so amazing things. And oftentimes we just keep going. But that's a whole other conversation that we've had here multiple times. But do you need to go to therapy? You know, do you need to go to church and just sit at church and just sit there? You know, like right now, I'm not serving at my church. And I'm like, oh, it's okay. They got plenty of people serving. I will at some point, right? I'll take the classes in January we got to take, and then I'll start to serve. You know what I mean? And I feel like when I actually take care of myself, I have so much to offer myself, and then I have so much to offer to others, right? So like while I've been healing from this surgery, it's like I'm not been fully me. Because when you're lose a lot of estrogen and it's not back your brain, it's like, how do I explain it? So because I had surgery, it's a massive loss of estrogen like that. And I did not know what happens when estrogen goes, like, it's like, it reminds me of like, you know, I mean, how do I explain it? You got a jug of water, right? And then you put a hole in the water and it comes out slowly. So you put a bunch of holes and it just, it's empty, right? And I didn't realize what estrogen does to the body. It does a lot. But one of the things is like your brain. And I found myself just being like, what was happening? What? I mean, just so many times. I think it was about 2 months ago, I was doing something and I had a thought about, how do I say this? I had a thought that life would be better off if I wasn't here. I'm saying certain words to be mindful of, like YouTube and all that. And when I had that thought, I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Life is good. Why in the world would I think that? And then the Holy Spirit was like, hey, this is your estrogen having issues. Because they had switched I'm on this thing called hormone replacement therapy. And they had switched me to a generic brand. And I realized that the generic brand was not happening for me. My body was like not having it. And so I immediately messaged my doctor and was like, yo, how can you get me the right dose of the and I was like, whatever. She's like, why? And I was like, because this happened. And she goes, do you need to see someone? I'm like, no. I don't need to see no one. I'm just letting you know that I had this thought that I never had before. And I think this is linked to that. And so then she got me the right medicine. And then over the course of like a week, maybe 2 weeks, then things started to get back to normal. And I was like, whoa, you know, like, cause that's not me. You know what I mean? We all have had sad days, but not that sad, you know? And so it's just been a journey of like my body just reacclimating to, you know, just all the things that I need from my body. You know what I mean? And we all have to figure out what we need. Right. And so if you haven't paused and asked yourself, what do you need? That is a huge thing that you can do. That's like right now, I'm on a 31-day fast from television, and I'm going to be spending a lot of time with myself, with my thoughts, journaling, reading, organizing my house, just all, whatever. And I know it's going to be a beautiful journey of watching me connect even more to myself, because now it's been a year since I've had the surgery. And I mean, I feel like I'm getting back to normal. You know what I mean? And it's just going to be a nice thing to just watch me kind of reconnect back to myself in some different ways. And then when I go on this cruise, hopefully to be able to, like, I don't know, just have fun and connect with people, be safe, of course. But just get away. You know what I mean? It's going to be great. And so I'm sharing all this with you because I'm going through my own journey, but I wanted to encourage you to ask yourself, what is it that you need? Self-care wise, do you need to go see therapists? Have you ever? If you haven't, then the answer is yes, right? Have you gone to the doctor and gotten everything checked out? Like, just everything. Like, I know so much about my body that I know people would be like, what? I'm like, this is mine. This is mine. If I can know the most about me, that's I don't care about my doctor know about me. I need to know about me, and I would tell them about me, So do you know all of what's going on with you? Because yeah, like one of the things I'm doing for self-care is I'm doing all these like events where people are just having game night. They're just going different places and I'm just showing up at these places, don't know these people. And it's just life-giving to me to connect with people. And then I've been doing all these speed dating things because it's been 10 years since I've been dating, and I'm like, I don't know how to interact with men anymore, like in that way. And so I've been giving myself permission to just go to these things and just talk to people, connect with people. And it's been so life-giving. I'm learning a lot about myself, and I'm like, okay, this is good. This is not so good. Okay, this is good. This is not so good. It's been amazing, And so I want to just admonish you to like go on this self-care journey, figure out what is self-care for you, and then figure out how you can give that to yourself. Okay. So if you're watching this on YouTube, please let me know. Ask me any questions in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you're listening to the podcast, come to my Instagram at Kia Kelly. Come talk to me. Tell me what you're doing. Tell me what you enjoyed about the episode. And I'll see you guys on the next one.